What do you want to be when you grow up? Really hard question to answer, if not impossible, because there's so many options. And nowadays, kids, teenagers, young adults, we all have so many directions and career paths that we're able to take. Back in the day, you grew up on a farm, you were going to be a farmer, and that's just how it was. And this relieved a lot of stress from kids, teenagers, and young adults. However, nowadays that's changed a little bit. And it's changed to the point where we have 10,000 things we could be. You can grow up. Do you want to work a desk job? Do you want to work outside? Do you want to work a trade? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to do this or that? And we get so many of these choices. And it's overwhelming. And honestly, this how to deal with it, there is no right answer. I think it's one of those things where every person has to figure out for themselves. It's like touching the hot stove. People can tell you over and over and over again, don't touch a hot stove. Don't touch a hot stove. But one time you reach over and you touch a hot stove and you get burned a little bit and you're like, no, I'm not doing that. I think our whole lives are us I know our whole lives are us going through life and finding out more about ourselves. And that's hard as heck because I want something solid. I want to know what I'm doing. I don't want ambiguous goals. I want to know what I'm doing now. I want to know what I'm doing tomorrow. I want to know what I'm doing a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, till I'm dead. That would be the ideal life. Because I could see, oh, I want to be, or like 5 years from now, I am going to be doing this thing. I'm going to be doing business. I'm going to be doing sales, YouTube. Doesn't matter. But we don't get that luxury. When we're going through life, we have to make the decisions here in the now. We don't get to, it would be so much easier if we could work backwards, where we've got our goal and then all we've got to do is like, in video games, you get this like taskbar of it's like every single thing, like you got health and level and status, and then how many points you need till the next level. If we had that in life, our days would be so much easier because you could go through and you'd be like, check, 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 got all the levels, leveled up, upgraded. So many people talk about life as this video game, gamify your life, make life a video game. And it's all really good theory, but the reality is you'll only stick to one video game for a prolonged period of time if you see purpose and a goal in it. Every video game, if there's no goal or something that you're trying to do, you're not going to stay with it. Like in Fortnite, you're trying to kill people. In Minecraft, you're trying to build a fortress. In PUBG Mobile, again, you've always got this goal, and without that, what do you do? And what you end up doing, which in the game of life, we don't generally have a goal. Like we have this tentative goal, we have this New Year's Eve resolution. Hey, I'm going to make $1 million next year. That's not a goal. That's fantasy. So we go through life and our status bar looks more like we've got 100 things here, 100 things here. This says 20 points to upgrade, 30 points to upgrade, 10 points to upgrade, 15 points to upgrade, 30 points to upgrade, 100 points to upgrade. We've got our side full. We've got every single part of it. Like, we've got so many things on the go that you cannot see where you're walking because you've got so many things you're trying to focus on. Okay, I want to get a nice car. Okay, I want to get a nice woman. Okay, I want to have a business. Okay, I want to be good at sales. Okay, but I also want to be, I want to have a team under me. So with that, I have to learn how to manage a team, how to work out the systems, how to build SOPs, everything. You have to go through everything. So you've got all these things. You can't focus on one thing. So then you go through life and you're like, what do I do next? In the immediate here and now, you go and you sit down at your desk and you're like, what the heck do I do? I've got a list of 100 things in my mind that I can do. So you sit down and you do one thing and you get 1 point. But then you're like, maybe this isn't what I want to do because your goal isn't solid. You got to realize this. What do you want to be when you grow up? You don't quite know. You might be 23, 24, and you're like, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So you pick a random thing. And when we do this, we keep resetting. Like, okay, if you've been in business or if you've heard anything from these gurus for a prolonged period of time, they always say, never switch niche, never switch niche, never switch niche. They aren't talking just in like business. Well, they are, but they're saying, stay with one thing. Like in life, you shouldn't be switching niche. If you decide, okay, I'm going to be an electrician, you be the best electrician in the world. So it's a hard thing because no one, I think, is ever fully free of this. Like, well, actually, I take that back. People get free of this once they stick with one thing for long enough that they achieve the success, and then they're like, okay, well, I'm not switching now. Like, I'm here. I'm not going to switch what I'm doing now. At least that's my perception of it. But us here, we have too many goals. And I'd love to come in here and tell you guys, do this, do that, do this, do that, change your life. But I don't think that there is a really one-stop shop solution to this. I think the main thing is realizing that this happens when you sit down to do something, when you get up to go to work, when you go down and late to go to your bed, you realize that there are 100 tasks you can do. You realize that there's 100 things you can do. And the reason that you're not wanting to do them is because you don't know what you want. And even when you're starting a business, like I'm currently starting a business and you struggle with that every day. I get up every single morning and I freaking hate it. I get to my desk and I'm like, what the heck am I doing here? Like I could go off, work a job, make 50K a year, 60K a year. Easy, simple. Like very little brain work. It's just working, doing construction, working, doing oil field. It doesn't matter. I'll be out there. I'll be making money. I'll be grinding. And every morning I gotta go on this reset and I go through my self-transcendence workbook and I'm like, no, this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm not switching niche. And this is what I do till I die. And I'm gonna look back on this video in a couple of years and be like, oh, that guy was either I'll think, well, one or two things. I'll think, oh, that guy was smart, or I'll think, oh, that guy was stupid. Because I'll look back and I'll either think, yeah, he was doing the right thing, or ooh, maybe he should have evaluated more, not like switching. But I think that even here's how I see it. I have written short stories. This was for school a while ago. When I wrote a short story, it was decent. Like I'd write a decent short story, but then a lot of times I wouldn't finish it. So I'd get this feeling of like, yeah, I did it, but I didn't finish, and it's like a sinking feeling. But when you actually go through and I'd write crappier short stories, and I'd do this as part of a course, I'd write them as part of a course, and we'd go through, we'd beginning, middle, end, script it out, whatever. We'd finish them. And this was a crappy short story, but I feel really good about myself because I'm like, at least I did it. At least I got through it and I can show this to someone. I'm hoping that that's how it is with business. I'm hoping that I get to the end and I'm like, yeah, I get that feeling. Like, I did it. I stuck with it. That's what I'm hoping for. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? I realize I kind of derailed from that question a bit, but just what I was thinking about. And honestly, when I make these videos, I follow this guy called Ismail Aziz. Look him up. Brilliant guy. And in one of his videos, he said, just record the video each day that you have the capability of making, not the video that you could make. That's perfect. Something along those lines. Anyways, that'll be it for this.